What is going on, everybody? This is Justin Martinez, aka Jada Sports Dude, coming to y'all live from my apartment. Hopefully, you all are staying at your homes as well, practicing social distancing and staying safe during this pandemic. And I'm here to provide y'all with a little bit of extra entertainment. That's right, folks. It is time for episode number 16 of Stray Shooter, the offseason web series that's all over the place as we talk about a little bit of everything with players from New Mexico State. And joining me today is a new face in the Aggies backcourt, a JUCO journeyman who has found a home in the land of enchantment, CJ Roberts. Welcome to the show, my man. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you liking Las Cruces so far, man?
Man, it's nice. I'm just starting to get familiar with the city, so I'm liking it.
Yeah, for sure. Getting familiar with the system as well. How's practice been so far?
It's been good. It's not really a different transition, but it is just working hard every day, trying to get better mentally and physically.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go ahead and jump right into it with segment number one. This is called the Film Room. This is where I took a couple of your best plays from last season at Ranger College. You're just going to help break them down for the people. How does that sound?
Okay, that's good. Let's do it.
Definitely. Now, the thing that really sticks out to me on the offensive side of the ball is your ability to create for yourself in isolation, especially when you get that ball at the top of the arc. You're a really difficult guy to stay in front of. We got to see that here in a game against Paris Junior College. Let's go ahead and check it out. There it is. Now, the speed, one thing that pops out, but the thing that I really like is your shiftiness with the ball. To me, that's what really makes a player really difficult to stay in front of because you don't know what they're going to do. You hit them with the hesitation there. You got the crossover. Those are the type of things that make you so dangerous with the basketball. Just go ahead and walk me through this play as you get that ball at the top of the arc and are deciding what you want to do.
Well, for Ranger, I was more of an isolation player because we pretty much played five guards, so everybody on the court could score, so it spread everything out. I think this guy right here that was guarding me, I think he was playing like the 4 or the 5, so he got switched on to me. So I backed him out and hit him with something and got to the cup.
Yeah, definitely. That's actually Markel Jackson, a 6'6" guy. So, like you said, has the height advantage on you by about 5 inches. But again, that craftiness with the basketball, keeping him on his heels. Not sure what you're going to do next with the ball there. Just how much does that really change your approach when you're being guarded by, say, a small forward, power forward, as opposed to a fellow point guard?
Just pretty much attacking. Because not even a lot of the guards that we play. I don't think it'd be as fast as I am or as quick as I am. So I know for sure, I probably could have my way with a bigger defender. So I just like to drive, get in the lane, find my teammates or to score for myself.
Yeah, definitely. How important is it to add a couple of those moves like we're talking about here, as opposed to just head down going straight to the basket?
It makes a big difference. As you can see, there's a lot of people in the gaps right now trying to steal if I drive.
Mhm.
So in order to change direction and stuff like that, it makes it a lot easier to get to the rim.
Definitely. Now moving on to our next clip here. Another thing that I really like about your game is your work on the glass. You averaged 3.3 rebounds per game last season, and a big part of that just comes from following the shot, whether it be yours or a miss from your teammates. And we got to see that here in a game against McLennan Community College. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Ball is swung out to Gibson. This one is up, no good. But Roberts gets the rebound. And Thomas tries to go up for another block. This one does not work. And CJ Roberts puts the layup in.
There it is. Now, one thing that I really want to point out here that I like, if I can go ahead and play this again. We go over to this part right here. You can already see your teammate here, Montre Gibson. You can see right now he would actually be the one that's in the best position to get this offensive rebound. But he's already starting to go back on defense. You, on the other hand, are following that shot, and that's what allows you to go ahead and get this board. Just walk me through kind of your mentality when it comes to rebounding.
It was really my coach, Billy Clyde Gillespie, who coaching at Taunton right now. He really emphasized that a lot to me. He said, use your athleticism not only to score the ball and create for your teammates, go get a rebound or two. Say most of the time you get a rebound and push the break, not many people are going to be able to get back. So that applied on the offensive end too.
Yeah, Definitely. And then you got the tough finish here. What I really like is how low you keep this ball to the ground. If we can check this out
Gibson,
here.
this one is up, no good. But Roberts gets the rebound. And Thomas tries to go up for another block. This one is not working.
Yeah, helps you elude. I believe it's 3 defenders right there. And in the tough finish as well. Even though you didn't get the foul there, I know getting to that foul line is a big part of your game. The average, I think it was 4.1 free throw attempts per game last season, which for context would have been the most on the team at New Mexico State last season. Just how much do you enjoy that physicality down low in the rim? Because it doesn't look like you really shy away from it.
Really just my dad. He instilled that in me in a young age, just playing through contact, making me work out in tough like conditions, pushing and shoving. I always played up when I was younger too, so kind of got me used to the physicality game. And as I got older, I started to enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, what I really like is your ability to disrupt passing lanes. It's a lot easier for, say, maybe like a small forward, power forward, because they have the wingspan, they can cover more ground easily. But you kind of make up for that just by having really good defensive awareness, knowing where that basketball is going to go. And we got to see that here in what is actually the same game here against McLennan. Full transparency, there weren't a whole lot of Ranger College games that were available on YouTube, so that's why we're going back to this
Yeah, I
game.
already know.
But still, a great play nonetheless. Let's go ahead and check it out. There it is.
Steal right there from Roberts.
Jumping in front of it. I went ahead and cut it off there because your guy didn't make the layup here, but we're not going to talk about that. What I really like here,
That's my guy.
what I really like here is that you should be just in this man-to-man covering this guy out of the perimeter, but you're making a quick adjustment because you're noticing that the point guard here, Chris Pryor, he's really only looking at his teammate who's crashing to the rim. So at that point, you know you have to go in there and help out because you know where that ball is going, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sure.
So that leads to that easy steal. It's a big reason why you average about 1 steal per game last season. Just can you kind of talk about what you think you bring to the table for New Mexico State defensively?
Well, first of all, I want to say I got a lot of work to do on the defensive end. Even though a lot of people think I can play real good defense, and just the fact that I like to compete, and I feel like once we play games, if we are able to, just the competitiveness of me just saying I want to go out and just guard this person would probably just make a big difference. And the coaches are trying to instill that in me now, so that helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned the coaches with Chris Jans. This is something that's a really big part of his game plan, his style, is that defensive side of the ball. I was talking to Jason King last week, and he said that was one of the main selling points for joining the Aggies was that defense, that emphasis they place on it. Just how much do you think that's really going to bring the best out of you on that side of the ball?
Really is going to bring a real good player because my coach last year, Billy Gillespie, as a lot of people know, he emphasizes defense a whole lot. Most of the time, you don't get on the court if you can't play defense for him. So it being the same thing here, it just makes me want to go out and try harder every day.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now we are moving on to our next segment. This is where I like to find a throwback photo or video of the person that I promise it's nothing bad. I haven't done anybody dirty so far. We're 16 episodes in and nobody hates me yet. But this is just
bet.
a
Let's see it.
reaction to it. How's that sound?
All right, let's see it.
All right. So this is going back all the way to 2013. This is the Pangos South All Freshman / sophomore camp. And as you can see right here, we got some familiar faces.
De'Aaron in 2K. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Terrence Ferguson of Oklahoma City, and then also De'Aaron Fox of Sacramento. Just go ahead and walk me through those days. Were you guys teammates for this, or just you guys met up here? Just can you talk about that?
No, actually, when Terrence moved to Dallas, I was one of the first people that met him. And I know De'Aaron because my grandmother lives in Houston, and he lives in Houston, obviously. In basketball, of course, we found a way and met each other when we were younger. But, I mean, that time right there, I mean, that's pretty much those are my guys. So, I mean, that was just a great time back when everything was just all fun and games. It wasn't really business part of things. We were just going to the gym and hooping, doing what everybody loves to do. So, and I'm actually proud of those guys, too, because they're making their mark in the league, especially De'Aaron.
Yeah, definitely. Just can you kind of talk about, or are you still in touch with them? Just what's your relationship with them nowadays?
Oh, yeah, we're for sure still cool. I talked to De'Aaron. I ain't talked to Terrence in a minute. I probably need to call him. he be getting new phones all the time, so it's hard to keep up with Hollywood people. But
Yeah,
nah, that's still my guy though.
definitely. Who are some other names that you played with just growing up?
I played with Jared Allen. Played on Texas Pro with me when I was younger. I played up with him one tournament. He was playing. Michael Porter. Watching
Okay.
him play right now for the Denver Nuggets. I really, man, let me think. Who else? I think that's pretty much it. All I can think of right now.
Some pretty good names right there. I'm actually a UT alum, so I'm a big fan of Jared Allen, so that's pretty cool
Oh
there.
yeah,
There you
he
go.
got that fro, that
Yes, sir.
afro. He
The
still
pro.
got that joint.
Yes, sir. Doing his
That's
thing in the
funny.
bubble as well. Or
Yeah.
was recently, yeah. Now we're moving on to our next segment. This is called Hometown Heat. And this is where I found a couple of restaurants from your hometown. And you're just going to tell me if they're legit or not. How does that sound?
Oh yeah. Let me see it.
All right, cool. Now you said you're from Irving, Texas originally. However, you pretty much claim the DFW, Fort Worth area. You're from, or I think it's listed as North Richland, right? Hills?
Yeah.
All righty. So let's go ahead and find our first one here. This is called Back 40 Smokehouse. And it looks pretty dang good. Go ahead and tell me, is this
Oh
that?
no, that I had that place one time. It's legit.
Okay.
I ain't eat the macaroni in that. What is that? Potato salad or mashed potatoes?
It looks like potato salad.
Yeah, I don't eat potato salad, so I ain't get on that. But what's that right there? Brisket? Yeah, ribs.
Yeah,
That's legit.
definitely. Yeah, with you being a fellow Texan, just going and walk me through where does Texas rank in terms of barbecue in the country, man?
Man, we're top two, and we're not two. I'll just say that.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. What are
I'll
some other
just say
barbecue
that.
places just in that DFW area?
Man, there's a lot of what Texas Roadhouse got some great steak.
Mhm.
Uh, what else? I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff right now. I can't even think of it, but
There's
it's
pretty
it's
much
for
one on
sure.
every block, right, in
Yeah,
Texas.
like it's everywhere. Like most of the places where you see fast foods like Whataburger and McDonald's and Taco Bell and stuff like that, Cane's, you're gonna see a nice big old restaurant with like 50 to 100 cars out in front of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Now moving on to our next place. This is a place that is called Mi Pueblo, which had a lot of really positive ratings on Yelp. CJ,
mi
is this that
Pueblo,
hometown heat?
mi Pueblo. Have I ate? Nah, I ain't ate that before. That's a Mexican place though. I've seen it though. I heard it's good, but I ain't never ate
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Have you gotten to try out the Mexican restaurants here in Las Cruces? I know that's a really big thing in this area.
Nah, I haven't yet. Where do I need to go?
You got some Las Cruces natives on the team. I'm sure Bryce, Tennessee, Johnny would help you out. I know
Yeah, I probably
Cece
asked
Yoda is a
Johnny.
big thing, and that's probably the biggest one. But then Andales is also a really big one. Roberto's, there's a
Okay,
couple.
but
They definitely didn't
nah,
give you that tour for sure.
nah, I'll say that's legit though, because I heard people say that's good. I just never went.
Yeah, for sure. And for someone who's never been to that area, what are some other restaurants that you would recommend?
Dude, I love Olive Garden.
Classic.
Olive Garden, Chili's, Applebee's, crazy. What else? What is it? Dickie's.
Yeah. Okay. Barbecue.
Dickie's is good. Now that
Yeah.
I'm thinking of stuff right now, what else? That's all I got right now.
There you go. Now moving on to our next segment here. This is the fan Q&A segment. I went ahead and I reached out to Aggie Nation. And they got a couple questions that they want you to answer if you don't mind.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Let me go back to the split screen here and let me pull this up on my phone. I believe we have 4 questions here. Let's go and check it out. Our first one is coming to us courtesy of Eric Jimenez via Twitter. He wants to know if you were to compare your game to a current NBA player, who would it be?
That's a good question. Well, Russell Westbrook is my favorite player,
Okay.
so I like to take a few of little things he do at his game, and I also watch a little bit of Steve Nash, so that helps
Okay.
me on the offensive end, making my passes, making the right reads off ball screens and stuff like that. Another person that I recently just started watching, probably like a year and a half ago, was Devin Booker. I really like his game.
There you go. has a
because he
torch
gets
on his hands.
He gets baskets
Yeah, for sure, for
for
sure.
sure.
All right, moving on to our next one. This one's coming to us courtesy of Aggie Kirky via Twitter. He wants to know, what are your thoughts on playing for Billy Clyde and now having to play against them and some of your former teammates?
Man, I already know he's gonna try to get in my head. I already know him. He's gonna try to say something to me, get in my head. But nah, it's really I don't know. He did a great job with me. I really thank him for everything that he did. Even though I didn't like what he was doing or like him in particularly at the time, now that I look back at it, he was great for me. Like I'm so glad I went there last year, got coached by him, and I'm glad I get to play against him too.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was last weekend I was talking to Jason King. He had said that JUCO route had really humbled him. Is it safe to say that was the same for you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially because I didn't go straight to JUCO. I went to Mizzou, then had a semester transferred to Texas Tech, and then after that, I was really questioning my basketball career if I was gonna even be able to go back D1. So yeah, JUCO really for sure humbled me a
Yeah,
lot.
definitely. And moving on to our next question here. This one is coming to us courtesy of Real Aggie via Aggie Alert. He wants to know, what part of your game will be best served playing for the Aggies? I guess just meaning, what do you think? Which one of your strengths really plays in well with this system?
I think my passing. Say we got like Evan can shoot real good. We got Jason who's real athletic. We got Jabari, Johnny, Will, Wilfred. We got a lot of players that could really score the ball when put in the right position. And, Clayton too, real great catch and shoot guy. So I really think my scoring won't be what defines me on this team. I think me getting my teammates involved and playing defense is really what's gonna set me apart.
Yeah, definitely. I know when Evan was at UTEP, he was the leading scorer, and then he came here to New Mexico State and really had to place an emphasis on that facilitating. Are you willing to get into that same type of role, you feel, where it's just whatever's best for the
Yeah,
team?
I like passing the ball too, and I know me coming off screens and making passes is gonna open things up for myself because people are gonna expect me to pass. So it's not like, I want to get 25, 30 plus, but I mean that's not realistic when you play on a team with other good players.
Yeah, definitely. Now, moving on to our last question here. This one is coming to us courtesy of, I'm probably going to butcher this name, but it's JT Coat, Kohout. I'll put the screenshot up here. He wants, who's the best at 2K at NMSU? Who's the best
he
2K?
know he knows who the best 2K player is because he's played me. That's one of our managers.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know. We got some competition. EG's pretty good. Uh, Jason thinks he's good. J5 thinks he's nice, but I say I'm the best. But if you ask anybody else on the team, they're gonna say they're the best. So it's
Yeah,
whatever.
for sure. What team are you rolling with more times than not? Who's your go-to?
We be playing all time, so I play with the Spurs.
Oh, okay. San Antonio native here. You know I like that.
Tim Duncan's so cold on the game,
There you go. For
so
sure.
crazy.
Got David Robinson on the squad on the all-time.
Yeah, he's an animal. Then you got Tony Parker. Tony Parker's so legit. It's
Mhm.
crazy. People be trying to say he suck.
There you
He's
go.
legit.
For sure. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode, CJ. But before we get out of here, I've been letting the players that I'm talking to nominate who I interview next. So if you want, I can go ahead and just run through the list of guys I haven't talked to yet, and you can tell me who you want to be up to bat. How's that sound?
All right, bet. Let's do it.
All right. So I believe it's a pretty short list at this point because we're 16 episodes in now. So I think I haven't talked to Marcus Watson yet, and I haven't talked to Mayan Kerr. I want to say that's about it, I think.
You gotta talk to Mayan.
I got to talk to Mayan.
Mayan.
Okay.
Mayan. You gotta talk to Mayan. Marcus can go last. You gotta talk to Mayan.
There we go. I think because I want to say I tried to talk to him a couple weeks ago, but he had some issues with his phone. But we're gonna try it again
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
gotta talk
know if
to
it's
him.
cleared up yet.
I don't even know yet, but I'll help him find a way to talk to you.
There
Don't
we go.
worry.
Find a way for sure. I think isn't he rooming with Wilford? If anything, you could just use his phone for the interview or something. We'll make it work.
I think yeah, something like that.
Definitely. Well, if you guys
Yeah.
want to follow CJ on Twitter, you can do so. Let me go and pull it up. It is at CJ Roberts_0. If you want to follow me on Twitter as well, that is at J the Sports Dude. Before we get out of here, is there anything you want to plug? Any people that you want to shout out, CJ?
Shout out to my mom, my dad, and my two beautiful daughters. And, shout out to all my New Mexico State Aggie fans, man. We ready to turn up this year.
There you go, man. Well, Aggie fans, we're definitely looking forward to seeing you this season. Thanks again for talking to me, man.
Yeah, you have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too.